Hi everyone, Suzanne from 26 here, and today we are going to be assembling the Learning Tower. So first I just wanted to go over some of the parts. You would have received some screws, a square piece of sandpaper, and a drill bit. Now the drill bit is in case you're having a hard time screwing the screws in, you can pre-drill some holes. It's not necessary, you don't have to do it for every hole. Just if you're finding it difficult on some of the holes, you can pre-drill a hole, and I'll show you how to do that when we start putting everything together. I also wanted to mention at this point, when your pieces are all laid out, you're going to want to inspect them. If there's any rough spots, you can take the sandpaper that we've provided and sand out any rough spots. The pieces do go through a sanding through a machine, so sometimes there could be some spots that haven't been touched up as well, just because it goes through a machine. So that's why we provide the sandpaper, and you want to ensure that all the spots are smooth enough before you let your child use the product. So next we're going to dry fit the pieces together. Okay, before we get started, I just wanted to mention if you want to paint your product, now is the time to do it while your pieces the pieces are apart. If you haven't bought the product yet and you're just watching this video to see how easy it is to put together, we offer a paint service. You can add it to your cart, and there's different options in there. So if you have the product and you're watching this instruction how to put your product together, now would be the time to paint it. It's not required, but if you are using it in like high touch places and you want to put a clear coat on it, or you want it to match your decor, now would be the time to paint it at home and let all the pieces dry, and then come back and we'll start the assembly instructions next. Okay, so now we are going to dry fit all the pieces together, and this is just to ensure that everything fits in properly and nothing's misaligned. And so you're going to do this before you do any drilling, before you put any holes, any of the screws in. So you're going to take your side piece and you're going to put it down one of the side panels, and also if you'd like to get a blanket or a towel or a mat, if you're doing this inside, just in case there's any, just to prevent in case you don't want to scratch up your floor. So the platform piece goes where the platform piece would go. There's a longer side there. And then these two smaller pieces, they go on this side here. And then this larger piece is the step, and it will go on this side here. Then you're going to take your other side panel. Now this might, oh sorry, I forgot the dowel goes here in the circle. So this might take a little bit of maneuvering, and if you've got a second person with you, that's always helpful, but you don't need a second person. And you just want to make sure that all the pieces start to fit into.
At this point during the recording, I didn't realize that the two top pieces were not in all the way. I do eventually get there, but you really want to take the time to ensure that all the pieces fit together before you start drilling and screwing in. It shouldn't affect it too much because the screws are designed to pull the pieces together. However, you just want to really ensure that all the pieces fit together so that there's no issues with the alignment.
You can give it a good little press down. And at this point, if you haven't noticed anything, if everything's fitting in perfectly, you can go ahead and start drilling. So this next part I want to show, let's say you have a hard time drilling into one of the holes. You're going to take your the drill bit that we provided and use we've got a little helper here. You're going to use the drill bit that we've provided. You're going to make sure that it's on the right setting. And then you can take it, put it in the hole, You want to press down on it a little bit and start to drill down. Then you press the button and back it out of the hole. So now you've just pre-drilled a little hole. Now you can go ahead and start taking your screws, and we're going to go ahead and put the screws in all the holes.
Here is where I realized that the one piece was not completely in the hole that it's supposed to fit in. So I had to stop, and I pushed it in, and there everything fit in perfectly. So I was able to resume with with screwing in the holes. So I just wanted to drop in and say that again. So just make sure that everything is aligned the first time so you don't have issues while drilling later on.
Okay, and now you're going to flip it over and drill in the screws on the other side. You're going to make sure that everything is still fitting in the holes. And there you have your tower. So if at any point you have any troubles or something's not fitting, you can send us a message either on our social media or at our email. And you can find all that information on our website, on our Facebook and Instagram. Yeah, so that's how you place it together. And just a couple of tips: make sure that everything is smooth before you let your child use this. And that's how we put together the tower. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.